Nearly everywhere you go in the Bay Area, you'll see street names, buildings, statues, and churches that are reminders of the prominence the Catholic faith holds in the origin, growth, and day-to-day life of this beautiful region. We are here in the Mission Dolores Church. This is where it all began. This is where those first Franciscan friars established the faith in this region. There's so much wonderful work the church has accomplished here in every generation, and now it is our turn to respond to this call and continue forward the legacy that we have received, relying on the promise of the Lord that blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy.
I've been in prison for 28 years. I've been out for 62 days.
I've been incarcerated for 28 years, and I've been out for, today is my 30 days.
I was gone for a little over 25 years. I've currently been out for a little over 78 days.
Restorative Justice is about working with families that suffer from a homicide. Restorative Justice is about working with the incarcerated, the perpetrators, as well as their families. And that includes working with the community to bring resources to them and ultimately bring the two sides together.
I was 15 when I got incarcerated for the first time. It was for battery.
The first time I was incarcerated for 3 months. Yeah, and then I kept going back at it for violation of probation, so I went back 4 times.
We bring the gospel to between 30 to 50 kids a week.
Julio helped me a lot on developing my faith. When I was in there, I was reading the Bible, and I got to a quote where it says, God gives freedom to prisoners. So it got me interested.
The Restorative Justice program helped me with my education. And when I started coming here, I started leaving my old habits little by little.
When one is incarcerated, the whole family is incarcerated. So if this person reaches the point of success, spiritually speaking, then we know that the family will also be benefited from that success.
Everything has a consequence, and I don't want to do stuff that will get me back in prison or in jail.
That's our hope, that's our faith, and that's our love for the people that we serve.
If the program wasn't here for me, I don't think I would be where I am now. I don't even think I would be in school. I don't think I would be here outside. I think I would be incarcerated right now. I think I would.
Well, there really is no way to over-exaggerate the importance of teaching our faith to either adults or children. It is one of the most integral and basic components of what it means to be Catholic, which is to pass on our faith to others.
One can easily get lost in our society, and so I wanted to make sure that my children had a solid bedrock of their faith, and then once we figured out how to do that within our own family, then sharing it with others was just the next step.
The public schools have pretty much done away with faith in their curriculum, any exposure to faith. And for our children to walk and live and breathe and talk their faith is an invitation for their friends to be curious about the faith and bring it up with their parents.
We believe that the parents are the first teachers and that the faith really needs to come from them. And we are here just to supplement that, to help the parents with what they're trying to do at home. Teaching catechism is very different from being in a regular classroom teaching reading or math because, yes, you want them to learn the faith, but you also want them to love the faith.
It's very important that the Chancery of the Archdiocese supports our program. They provide materials so that we know our catechists are teaching the important points of our faith to the children.
Liturgically, we're supported through our programs, whether it's confirmation or RCIA. So really, the Archdiocese provides the backbone of our programs.
The priest provides this essential pivot through which the people can have their hearts and their spirits and their minds lifted up to the divine, and by so doing be consoled. The result being, I think, that ultimately the priest is a witness to hope, that everything that's good down here finds fulfillment up above, and that the sufferings we endure down here, which everyone partakes of in his or her own way, are not meaningless, but can be transformed in grace, in Jesus, into the source of newer and greater life.
St. Patrick's Seminary gives us a holistic approach in priestly formation. It does not just form a seminarian intellectually, but it has 4 pillars: the academic, the spiritual, the human, and the pastoral. These 4 aspects are really essential in forming every priest.
The people of God in the parishes, on the streets, and in the schools always tell me that they want competent and capable priests. The only way we get competent and capable priests is if we invest in their formation. The Archdiocesan Appeal is absolutely essential in providing for the formation of men for the priesthood. A man in the course of his formation is not holding a job, and so his whole formation has to be subsidized by the Archdiocese, by the Church. For example, I spent a summer down in Mexico working on my Spanish. I work now in 2 predominantly Spanish-speaking parishes. Where did I learn Spanish? In the seminary when I was sent to Morelia to spend a summer in studies there. All of that can only take place because the Archdiocese subsidized my formation. The monies for that formation come directly from the annual appeal.
We have important decisions to make with our 2016 Archdiocesan Annual Appeal. The annual appeal money goes to fund the operating expenses of the Archdiocese and also directly to support different ministries. But we're all in this together. We all need to support each other. So the Archdiocese relies on the generosity of our people so we can have the resources we need to offer these supports back to the parishes. For almost a quarter of a millennium, the Church in San Francisco has been a beacon of hope, spreading the light of Christ to all in our community. Thank you for your generosity and making this work of the Church continue here in our Archdiocese.